Welcome back to the channel and to another 2K17 video. This, as always, is the 101. So with roughly only a month and a half to go until the release, I thought what we could do in today's video is take a look at my top 5 features and improvements so far for 2K17. Remember, these are just my 5, so let me know your own 5 as a comment down below. And yeah, with that said, let's get into it. This is my top 5 new features and improvements, along with the details that we know about each. So at number 5, we have got the brand new OMG Moments. Now, since being introduced to the series back in WWE 13, these have always made for some pretty fun additions each year with the new games. And this year, like the other years, will be no different. And as expected, this year we already know some of the brand new OMG Moments. Now, whilst we don't know everyone so far, we do know some. So including backstage and ringside, we have got the locker room super kick, the DDT through the office table, the television spear, the powerbomb on the ladder which is laid out from the apron to the barricade, plus how can we forget my favourite of the bunch, the very awesome and very epic brand new Kevin Owens apron powerbomb. At number 4, crowd fighting. Now, we hadn't had crowd fighting in the series since the days of SVR 2008, but after many years of fans requesting this feature returns, this year is finally the year, and with 2K17, crowd fighting has finally returned. Now, this year's area is of course a brand new area, although it does appear to work similar as the previous games. In order to get into the crowd, you can do so by pressing L1 at the barricade, as well as Irish whipping your opponent over it. Once in the crowd, there is plenty of fun to be had, included by using the weapons, which include chairs, a table, as well as a trash can. Plus, of course, we can also use the brand new feature of this year's equipment box to do diving moves off, although when doing this, you will require a certain skill. There is also another new feature in the crowd area which hasn't had too much attention so far, which is the ability to climb the stage and do your dive moves off of it. Although what we don't know yet is that if you can do your moves off the stage, for example a powerbomb off the stage to the floor, although if that is the case, that is obviously going to create some pretty epic and extreme moments. Let's continue the countdown of new features and improvements. At number 3, we have got the brand new Breakout Options. Now, breakouts were originally introduced last year as a new feature, and as awesome as they were in 2K16, this year 2K have taken another notch and made them even more improved in 2K17. So some of the 2K17 breakout improvements include a longer duration of the breakout itself, the use of championships as weapons if a champion is attacked, which should hopefully work the same way for the Money in the Bank winner. As good as the standard breakouts might be, 2K have also added the ability to do victory animation breakouts. These basically work the same way as the entrance breakouts do, but this time being post-match. So for example, if you want to dish out some extra damage to your already beaten opponent, then you can do. Or alternatively, if you've just taken a loss and fancy some revenge, this feature also makes that possible. Continuing the countdown, at number 2, we have got the brand new additions for this year's Universe Mode. So I think it's fair to say that in recent years, Universe Mode has almost been forgotten about and for the most part has remained fairly untouched. That however is not the case this year, with this year's Universe Mode being given some much needed attention as well as improvements. One of those improvements include the brand new promo engine, which will allow your superstars to cut promos that will help shape and define their characters as well as storylines within the Universe Mode, some of which can also be interrupted if you have the required skill. As well as that, there is also some completely brand new cutscenes and scenarios, plus some older reworked and re-added scenes on top, in addition to the return of show intros and show fireworks, which we haven't seen in the Universe Mode since WWE 12. All these improvements and new features combined, in addition to any that we might not know about yet, seem to point towards this year's Universe Mode potentially at least being the best in the series. However, at number 1, how could it not be? It is the return of the newly improved Backstage Brawling. From what we do know so far, these look awesome and definitely add some of that fun factor back into the series. As we've already touched on, there is going to be some backstage specific OMG moments, including the locker room super kick, the table DDT, plus more. This year's backstage area will consist of 3 main areas, including the hallway featuring an interview area, plus the authority office and the locker room, all of which can be freely accessed from the top of the ramp at ringside in any type of no DQ matchup. Also backstage, there is going to be a variety of new and old weapons to use. There is the old tried and trusted tables and chairs, plus some new weapons including trash cans, a TV, a briefcase, plus more. Not forgetting the equipment box, which can also be used to do your diver moves off. Also in backstage, you will encounter a variety of people, including Renee Young interviewing various superstars, as well as a member of the Authority, for example Triple H or Stephanie McMahon. All that in mind, it does seem that Backstage Brawling this year is back and better than ever, and for most people, myself included, this is one of, if not the most talked about and most looked forward to features this year, which is why it completes today's 2K17 countdown in the #1 spot. So that is it guys, that is my top 5 new features and improvements so far for 2K17. Remember, that is just my 5, so share with me your own 5 as a comment in the comment section down below. I'll likely be doing a similar video for new superstars this year, so stay tuned for that one in the days to come. But yeah, that is it for this one. So as always, stay tuned for plenty more 2K17 content coming to the channel very, very soon. And until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.